Although India is a highly populous country, in terms of economic strength and overall development, it still lags behind many other nations, including China. So what do they rely on to feed 1.4 billion people? Most people perceive India as a country where people live in dirty environments. Most cities have slums, and the poor even struggle to get enough food. There's a lack of environmental awareness, and trash is everywhere. The reason for this lies in India's massive population. Currently, India's population has surpassed China, making it the most populous country in the world. With such a huge population, the challenges of providing basic food and clothing are enormous. In reality, throughout human history, the time when everyone could be guaranteed food security has never lasted long. India faces this problem in a particularly severe way, while China has made significant efforts to feed over 1 billion people. Data shows that India seems quite proficient in the issue of food production. India has a total of 1.56 million square kilometers of arable land, slightly more than China's 1.28 million square kilometers. Additionally, India is the world's largest exporter of rice, providing 40% of the world's rice supply. However, it is strange that, despite having a large area of arable land, India's annual food production is only 300 million tons, while China's production reaches 670 million tons. With such a large area of arable land, India's food production is still less than half of China's, yet its population is even larger than China's. This is truly hard to believe. So how do Indians feed themselves? In most countries, facing such a massive population and an economy in decline, the first priority would be to solve the food issue. But India chose to focus on boosting its economic development. Even though agriculture clearly couldn't solve all the problems, India's land area is less than a third of China's. But what have they done to feed 1.4 billion people? In 2016, the U.S. Department of Justice listed India as a major country for fraud crimes, with around 10% of American citizens receiving scam calls from India. The estimated annual loss from these calls exceeds $10 billion, and this number continues to rise. The methods of fraud are becoming increasingly sophisticated, but the Indian government seems uninterested. It seems that Indians make money through these scams. This not only stimulates the country's economy, but also helps people survive. Additionally, India is skilled at taking advantage of foreign companies. Using sophisticated scams, they impose fines on international companies like Sami Vivo and Oppo, even though these brands have great sales in India. However, the Indian tax authorities impose unexpected fines that can reach billions of rupees. Furthermore, India has capitalized on the Russia-Ukraine war. They buy cheap oil from Russia and then sell it to other countries at a higher price, making a huge profit margin. However, despite these large profits, the previous losses are still irreplaceable.